Yeah. So let me just say the relevant part. I don't want to read the praise parts. And essentially, the guy just said congratulations and blah blah blah, and then the end party now said, no, somewhere along the way, he said, you've done a whole lot in my life from when I was a teenager. I was like, well, I thought you were still a teenager. When did you stop being a teenager? Yeah. And then the guy came back and said, no, I'm a man now.
For me, let me give you exclusive. I think I know one or two about Rodova. It don't even help me one or two. You're not going to understand it. You understand, but
I do.
Don't say it.
I understand small.
You understand? I think I know Rodova is better. I think I've done one or two things for him.
Now that matter.
I can confirm to you he's a man. Don't worry.
Talk knuckles.
I be confirmed.
What's part of that film?
No, he's a man.
He's a man.
He's a man right now.
Okay.
He's a man.
The worst of them was Chidebere.
He can never be a man. No guessing.
So, Chidebere, thank you. I love that guy. God knows.
You're lovely.
So, he came up with his throwing adjectives everywhere and all of that.
Did he call you daddy?
Papa.
Didn't call
you daddy.
Like Esther, eh? So, I now responded to him. I said, this was my response to him. I said, tell me if I did anything wrong. I greet you. I believe in you. Thanks, Chidebere, son of Anugolu, descendant of the riverine gods underneath the sacred baobab tree and keeper of their secrets. May your days be long and full of ripened fruit, Ezemo. May your gods never develop a lunchtime appetite for your head. Did I do anything wrong?
No, you did not. Eh? But did he call you daddy? I remember when Chidebere was hyping head of sports in Port Harcourt, Canela. Then he came on Twitter and called her mommy. The lady was like, I know be your mama. Like on Twitter, it was crazy. He comes up with different rhymes. He's a good guy. Yeah. Knows the job, but apart from the job, behind the scene is different.
Yeah.
Like he's in nowhere behind the scene, but on the scene. On the job, which is more important, like Samuel is taking over Chidebere.
Fantastic guy. So Chidebere is always giving us the messages from the gods. Have you ever thought about it?
There's no God.
People's pets have eaten them before. You know, lions have eaten their owners, right? Mm-hmm. Snakes have killed their owners. Yeah. Even dogs have beaten their owners, right?
Yeah.
So it's just so that the gods is giving us messages from don't get hungry one day. Think of lunch and look at Chidebere's head and say, well, you know, that's lunch right there. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing in the head.
Thank you very much, guys. So are we proud of the kickoff of the football season, the start of? What have we been proud of so far?
Raheem
Sterling, hat-trick. We know Emmanuel tweeted that Pep Guardiola is a scam or something like that.
No, he's a fraud. It's a positive fraud.
Because of
FPL, eh?
It's a positive fraud. For me, today have been very, very interesting, though. Though I wasn't on any game, but I was just chilling or watching the game, and I was happy with the excitement and goals. That's what the EPL brings, that vibe.
Yeah.
Also, I think we'll get a lot of controversies this season. The VR may happen everywhere. I was just chilling and saw seeing so many things happen, and also I think it's a day of midfielders. We saw Dembele doing so well for himself, not in the first half, but the second half, bringing his technicality and creativity into the field.
And that goal was.
So I think it's a good midfielder. Also, Aston Villa doing so well, but I was just happy.
They didn't break their transfer record for no reason.
But for me, it's just one game. We've seen a lot of frauds coming, score goals, first game, second game, third game, fourth game, fifth game, they don't lose. It's not the first time, not the second, not the third, not the fourth, not the fifth. No, will be the last.
Yeah.
But I just want to enjoy myself. I think tomorrow will be far better.
It's like the first time the first competition we went to, Swan Cup.
You play?
I think it was. I played. I was.
Now, no one let me play ball for this company. I don't fight any. I don't play again.
So I saw Bolaniwa first game or more. See player. I signed Bolaniwa quick. You know. Fantastic. Every aerial ball, Bolaniwa will get to it first. Everything.
You can't move now.
You know, Bolaniwa, well, we can take. But in his career, Bolaniwa has scored more own goals, missed more penalties.
I thought you were hyping him, Femi.
Missed more penalties, scored more own goals, gone on overlapping runs and refused to come back. And then we've conceded goals. Since that time, we've not won anything again. The last competition we went to, it was Bolaniwa that killed us. Bolaniwa also went to play these coaches from the UK. led the team. I was away. This is a team that we play every year. They always beat us every year. Now 1-0. 1-0. It's always 1-0. So we know we chop it. We go, we submit for the 1-0. It has never ended until I was away. Bolaniwa led the team there. I don't know whether 17 or something, whatever they beat them.
So we don't reach 17.
I don't know.
I was there, but I can't play. You don't reach 17.
So again, we have to be patient and wait and look how the season will develop, right?
Yeah, it's a matter of time.
Okay, Samuel, you have anybody to report? We have work to do.
Yeah,
we better get straight to it.
Yes,
Who's been stressing you up?
This man that looks like Ndombele.
Buchi.
How did I stress you? What did I do? I'm trying to support you mentally on air. What did I do? I have your secret here. No, me, I don't get shit.
Spill. This is national radio. I have no secret.
Okay, how did I stress you?
You know the way you've been stressing me.
How now?
In short, not even just this week. Ever since I arrived here,
I stressed you.
He's never said one nice thing about me.
What's nice about you?
Samuel.
What's not nice about me?
Sam is the guy who we auditioned people. He didn't make up the audition. He didn't pass the audition.
So
the people who scaled to the second stage of the audition, we never give their work. Sam,
don't give some work.
I don't understand.
Grace.
You know how they say first impressions don't always tell the true story. So it was. I remember that audition. I remember very well. It was. I was nervous. I had my lines. I had everything all sorted out. But then, standing in the presence of...
The only thing I remember is that I fell in love with you the first time I saw you. I thought there was something there. And my intuition is powerful.
There still is, right?
I think
it doesn't deceive me. I'm proud of you, brother. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you very much.
Don't say I'm stressed. I don't stress you.
You do. You know how Mr. Femi handed me to Chidebere, and I kept saying...
Sorry,
this is off the radio.
Chidebere, you're not growing all that.
You handed me to Chidebere, and I kept on waxing lyrical about Chidebere, and that just got Buchi so miffed for some reason. Why, I don't know. He kept on saying Chidebere does not deserve to be called the boss.
No, I think that was when the World Cup Chidebere was out.
Yes,
I think I handed him to Chidebere. Chidebere showed him pepper. Chidebere used to kick him around, chase him out of guy. Come out.
Chidebere chased me out of the office. I don't forgive her till I leave this place.
So you can't transfer the aggression.
I'm supposed to go to my house again one time.
After
a while, I don't forget.
The funny thing again is that what Chidebere did, Chidebere was intern. Mm-hmm. You understand? Buchi was coming in. Chidebere didn't know that Buchi will be employed straight. He will still be intern. So he now bossed him around. All of a sudden, Buchi now got letter. Buchi now started to slap Chidebere. Anyway, okay, guys.
It's a process.
Let's work. So welcome, guys, to the fan battle. The guys are here. Ada, Okwe, they are ready for the second battle. Let's say welcome to all of you guys. Guys, I need you to come and grab the mic. Let's conversate for a few seconds before we go into what we have to do. Just before we take a break. Time don't go. Let's just say welcome to everybody. Okay? I'm going to say welcome to everybody so that I don't have to reintroduce you guys when we start going. I always do the introduction. So let me start by Uche and Eno. Who's supposed to go first? Is it Uche versus Eno or Eno versus Uche?
Uche versus Eno.
Uche versus Eno. Uche, yeah, introduce yourself. You got...
All right.
10 seconds.
Good evening to all the listeners and good evening to Mr. Femi and everyone in the studio.
Yeah. Calm down.
I almost slapped you.
Calm down.
Yeah. It's been an interesting and wonderful game week one in APL. We've seen the goals.
Tell me introduce yourself, don't be analyzed.
Okay. I'm Uche Ovo.
I know you.
Okay.
You're my man.
You've been happy with the games, right?
Yeah, so happy.
I'm happy, yeah? I'm happy for you. Okay, so Uche Ovo, by the way, he's on Twitter. I always like to put their social media so you could follow them. Uche has many suspended handles, but he has one that works at Uche Ovo. There's also at Ovo Hyacinth. That's on Twitter. On Instagram, he is at Ovo Uche. Okay, welcome, Uche.
Thank you, Femi.
Eno.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Yeah, good evening, Nigeria. Good evening to the judges. Yeah, it's great to be here.
It's great to be here, huh?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. She's one of the people nobody wants to go up against. Uche, are you up for this?
Yeah, I'm up for this.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You know, when you want to win a championship, you have to face the
You have to
best.
chase the best.
You have to chase the best out of
But
the
they support
competition.
Arsenal.
Okay.
This is a wonderful transfer market for us now. We have to cover up everywhere.
I'm just talking about.
We're looking forward to a football
I'm just talking
season.
about the best, like the best. After don't know how to chase the best. That's my point.
In the Arsenal.
No, at least
Okay.
we have hope this season.
What do you have? You have what?
We have hope going to this
What
season.
is hope?
Yeah,
I'll say it on my radio and I'll slap you. All right. Okay. So we have work to do. We'll deal with that later. Okay.
I was talking about us now.
You don't go Arsenal. You don't get the point. It's not hot.
Duh.
Expensive.
Okay. Yeah, you and I have work. We'll do it. Don't worry.
Chris.
Okay. Enobong is Air No. That's her. Air. There's Air. One day she's going to have an airline and she'll call it Air No. She's on Twitter and Instagram as Air No. By the way, you can follow her. Okay. Welcome, people. Let me say welcome to Ada. Adania. How are you?
Good evening.
Hey, Olia.
Okay. I'm okay.
Welcome.
Good evening, Nigeria.
Welcome. Buchi, what's up with my timer? Oh. Okay.
Something else.
Yeah. Ada is at AN26 on Twitter and Instagram. She's a lawyer. She supports Arsenal and all of that. She'll be going up against Okwe Oreboni.
Big boss.
How far?
Good evening, everybody.
It's good to have you.
Congratulations on 25 years anniversary.
Thank you.
I was like maybe a year and some months when you started on radio.
Come clean. They never bore you.
No,
you're just adding 1 or 2 years.
No,
to
Femi, no, now I'm not that young anymore. Maybe I'm almost a man too.
All right. Is there anybody that they hadn't given birth to when I started in 1994?
Maybe my.
Just raise your hand up. I won't embarrass you. Okay. So good.
I give you a beer.
I mean, no guess, but yeah.
The packaging.
Okay, Lawal Okoyemi, class captain. Welcome,
Thank you.
Digital media strategists. Have they shut down any of your accounts recently?
No, we are not like Uvu.
Okay.
We respect ourselves.
At the hilarious Okwe. All right, guys, we are ready to do this. We'll take one quick break. When we come back, we'll throw ourselves into the first battle. All this play will end. I will form serious, and I'll be like a village headmaster with a stick, and then we'll go straight to it. If you guys are ready, so are we. We'll be back shortly.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get cracking. We have very limited time. We'll pack everything we do. We have to be out of here by 9. So, no time for too much play. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of it. I hope you guys have loosened up just a little bit. Are you good to go? All right, so let's go into Battle 1. Battle 1 for the night, which is effectively Battle 34 in the series. I will assume, just to be double sure, let me check. Yes, battle 34. It pitches Uche versus Eno. Uche versus Eno. And the explanatory notes are beginning to thin down, aren't they?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, Femi.
Okay. All right. So tonight, we've asked the contestants a simple question to make a choice. And we threw it into a draw, and this was how it developed. So Uche versus Eno picked the first option, which is we asked you to choose between club team or national team. And we then also put it into a draw for you to pick a position. And Uche, you picked club team, right?
Yes, sir.
Eno, you picked national team. You picked the nation, right? Do you want me to explain the whole idea to you? No, you don't need it. Okay, good. I want to test how
smart,
creative you guys are. So, welcome to the first battle between Uche and Eno. Club team or national team? Uche says club, Eno says nation. I must remind you, they picked this thing in a draw. It does not reflect their own personal opinion. You are going to have to vote for them. When you do vote for them, vote based on their performance on the day. They will explain why they choose either of those positions over the other. Now, some arguments may seem favorable, others may seem unfavorable. It doesn't matter. It comes down to who is convincing, who can hold an audience, who can hold your attention. That's where we go. Okay? We are streaming live on Facebook. It's Nigeria Info 993. The live stream is there, and very soon the polling will be on the live stream, and you'll be able to vote by clicking either Uche or Eno. We are also live streaming on YouTube. We've taken that YouTube video, we've embedded it on our Twitter handle at Nigeria Info FM. You can view us there live. You're going to have to vote on Twitter. So the voting portal will be pinned to the top of our Twitter profile at Nigeria Info FM. You have 1 minute each to put your position out. You'll have 5 minutes to debate it. You'll have 1 minute to come close your arguments. Make the best of it. It gets serious now. Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't hear you.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah? Okay. So, Uche, you have 1 minute to tell the audience why you choose a club team over a national team. Your time starts now.
Thank you, Femi. National team is good, and every footballer will always want to play for a national team at one point, but it can never be compared to club football. The ultimate desire of every football player is to secure a club where he can play for, where he can build his career, that is his present and the future. It will be hard for you to see a player who would prefer playing for his national team ahead of a club football. Yeah, because when you check it, you see without a club football, the chance of a player getting called up for the national team is as good as non-existent. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You saved me half a minute. Appreciate it. I'll take it. Eno, you have 1 minute to tell us why you take the position of a national team over a club team. Your time starts right now.
Yeah, firstly, I'll start by saying national team actually unifies and bonds the fans together with one goal, and that goal is for the flag. Then secondly, I would say the national team, playing for the national team puts you in a position to play in the most beautiful tournament in world of football. That's the World Cup. It puts you in that platform. When you play in the World Cup, you know you've gotten to the big leagues. Then also the national team for any national team to excel, they have to invest in their homegrown talent. With clubs, you can buy quality, but with national team, you have to invest in quality. So investing, this actually improves the investment. When it comes to national teams, though, they have to invest to get quality. So therefore, they invest in their economy instead of wasting the money and buying class like club football would do. Then firstly, without national team, we would not have any female World Cup. We will not have any female league.
All right. You'd have opportunities to expound your positions in the 5 minutes that are about to be given to you. Once again, maybe it's too soon for you to start voting. Maybe you've taken a position already. It doesn't matter. The debate is up and running, and it's Uche versus Eno. Uche is the guy, Eno is the lady, and the topic they're battling over is pretty simple. They have to choose between club football and national football, between a club team and a national team. Uche picked club team. Eno picked national team. Again, the arguments does not necessarily, the argument they are each propounding does not necessarily reflect their personal opinion. They just picked it blindly. They have to defend it, whether they agree with it or not. So when you vote, remember to vote based on their performance, not on your personal opinion of the subject. Assuming we have that covered, go and vote on social media, Nigeria Info 993. That's for Facebook, our page. On Twitter, it's at Nigeria Info FM. We'll be looking out for you. 5 minutes, Uche and Eno. Let's find out why exactly you are taking these positions. Remember, we urge you to please allow yourselves to be heard. Don't make it a competition to not let each other be heard. That way, we'll miss out on your wonderful points you may have prepped to bring. Whatever advantage you want to seek, please seek it. If I have to stop you, I will. Are you ready? 5 minutes. Please feel free to put your position across.
Yeah, okay. No, you talk about World Cup. Yeah, you should know national team is more. It's like a fiesta thing. Okay. Whereby a football fan we have to wait for 4 years to witness. No, a football fan wait. A football fan. No, a football fan. It's a fiesta because a football fan we have to wait for 4 years to experience the World Cup.
Sorry, no,
wait for 2 years to experience the AFCON.
Listen. See, when you talk about
that's why there's a club football to keep. No, that's why there's a club football to keep it going.
When you say about national team, there's the FIFA World Cup. There's the 20 World Cup.
That's what I'm telling you.
So you
I have to wait for 4 years to experience the World Cup.
Why do you know about Rashidi Yekini? Why do you know about Maradona?
That's what I'm telling you. See, we have you see this club. You see this club football.
We have this yearly. Can you mention one club Rashidi Yekini played for?
We have this yearly competition.
Can you mention one club Pele played for?
Pele. See, that's what I'm telling you.
Can you mention one club Maradona played for?
You're talking about Pele. You're talking about Maradona. I can't talk about Messi. Messi. No. Would the world of football recognize Messi if Barcelona have not deemed it fit to make sure? Yes, they cure the sickness.
I'm not here to debate
when Messi,
the best player.
That's what I'm telling you.
No,
the club side Barcelona. They took Messi as a kid. They took care of him. That's why we all know Messi today. Why did Argentina not do that in the first place?
How are you so sure?
That's it.
He has come to their age group.
Without
Players
Barcelona,
like Ronaldo
there will be no
Messi.
No, see now there's a
sorry. Did you say Barcelona was there before Messi came in, and they will be there before Messi goes? But that is not the issue.
They took everything. They took the responsibility. Now look at the yearly competition from the club side. The Premier League, the FA Cup, the La Liga. These are yearly competition that keeps this player going and keeps them going, keep them fit throughout the year.
Which one will you choose?
I will definitely choose the club football team.
Why? For what reason? It keeps you going. At the end of the day, they sell you. Like the way they sell. Let me tell you something. There is legend. Once you excel well,
seek for new competition.
Once you excel well in a national team, you get to be honored nationally. What do you get for for excelling so well and for personal? I'm just wondering, what do you do?
National team, they pay only allowance for a certain period of time. Why a club? When a player signs for a club, it's like it becomes part of the worker, and it collects every weekly.
And how does it benefit? They actually because you know what clubs do. Do you know what clubs do?
You cannot rely on national team.
They buy quality. No, they don't develop. It's not every time they develop quality.
You cannot rely on national team allowance
to go and develop another country.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Club football.
Do you know why African football, female football, it has gotten to where it has gotten to? Because of the national team. We have only 5 leagues. That is in paper. We have only 5 leagues in Africa female football.
Let me tell you how exciting.
You don't even know which one is working. And
you how exciting the club. Let me tell you how exciting the club football is.
FIFA under 20, we would have no players like Azeza or Shaw. Without FIFA under 20, we would have known Uche Sunday.
We also
we need to hear you.
I'm just see.
Yeah, see, we all know the excitement that
You
comes.
still don't know the benefits of
we know the excitement that comes with club football. We also the way social media.
How does that excitement benefit me?
We saw the way social media was wowing because of the beginning of a new campaign. Yeah, we saw everything.
It is exciting, but we also saw last summer. We just finished Copa America.
All of us were very happy to witness another good season of the Premier League, the Spanish League, the German League.
So are you saying this summer they were not happy to witness UEFA Cup?
Let me tell you. My fellow FPL managers are very excited. The punters are very excited. Even sports shows, they are very happy that club football is back on air because there's a lot of talking points, a lot of ending dramas that comes with it.
You know the funny thing. You know what national teams have done for developing countries alone. Their club football in those countries are non-extant. But national team, you see teams like Madagascar. Like Madagascar. We saw what they've brought these players to recognition. So I'm telling you,
let's talk about finances. No, let's talk about finances. Football club players, they earn very big amounts of money that national team cannot match. That's it.
Okay, so what happened to patriotism? I'm not even going to talk. What happened to patriotism? This is what we're lacking.
We need to hear you.
Eno, imagine as a footballer, which will you depend
to
take care of the family? Which will you depend to take care of the family? A national team money or a club money?
I don't understand. I'm not supposed to see.
No, that's it.
Listen. I am here to tell you why I choose national team over club team. I am not here to tell you which money I would choose. I am here. See, let me tell you something. I'm telling you the benefit of the national team. The benefit of the national team improves the economy of the country.
Let me tell you something. In as much national team helps to promote unity, but the club football
they promote disunity. That is what they do. What worldwide? You saw what Spain?
We saw Algeria.
Okay. Thank you very much. Interesting conversation. Yeah, it tended to drift into some rowdiness, but I don't know. I don't know whether as many people were able to pick up as much as I could from that conversation. We will give you 1 minute each to now make your main point stand out so that it can be there in our memory. Just in case people missed out the real import of the 5-minute argument that you had. Once again, please vote for either of these people. Uche is the guy, Eno is the lady. You could vote on Facebook, Nigeria Info 993. Okay. You'll see their names on the live stream. Click on either of their names and vote. That is it. Okay. On Twitter, there's the live stream from our YouTube page, but that's not where you vote. To vote, you have to look out for the tweet we've pinned to the top of our profile, and you will see Uche and Eno there. You will see the question that asks you to choose between national team and club team. Remember, you are not voting based on your personal opinion. You are voting based on the performance of these two people. So in other words, you might vote for one of them, even if you don't agree with their opinion, based on the strength of the argument. There was something about the person's argument that you liked, whether the way they talked, the way they marshal their points, or, and all of that. Okay? Feel free. So, ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute. Uche, tell us why you've chosen club football over national team football. Your minute starts now.
Yeah, we also saw everything that happened to Emmanuel Eboué when he lost everything, and it was one of his former club football that gave him the chance to breathe again. That gave him hope, and that gave him hope and feel that we can support you, we can give you a role in the club for you to earn money and get back to your feet. Now, club football develops a player better. As a young talent, you have the chance to enroll in an academy, play through the ranks, and make a life for yourself. This is not obtainable in the national team football, which only relies on the sport academies to get the players for their under 17, under 20, and other senior levels. Now, players get the chance to work with the very best of football managers, and even those who still have a passion for academies can be enrolled to study, because this club, they provide facilities for the players who seek education. Now, if you talk about national team football, only pays an allowance for a certain period of time, while a club, when a player is being signed, he automatically becomes a staff and is entitled to a weekly wage and other bonus. His family will depend on what comes from his club and not what comes from his national team, which is far from sustainable.
Thank you very much for making your point. Eno, you have a minute to make your point as to why you chosen national team for over club team. Your minute starts now.
Okay, firstly, I'm just going to start with, okay, you said something about wages. When you look at, not every player is fortunate enough to actually earn the big bucks. Not every player is fortunate enough to play in England, play in Spain. No, how about those people playing in Madagascar, playing in the lower tier of national football, lower tier in other leagues? So please, national team gives them the opportunity to actually show what they're about, put them out there in the platform. And not only that, when you talked about grassroots, there's something they call a FIFA goal investment. FIFA ensures that it gives money out to some of these countries to invest in grassroots football. So please, I think national team for me is all about patriotism, it's all about unity, it's all about bond. And when I think about my country, I think about players like JJ Okocha, I think about Kanu, the Olympic medalist. But even if you don't win, but you excelled, you played, you did your best. I still remember Sunday Umba up to today.
All right. Thank you very, very much. So you saved us about 5 seconds. So that's the end of the debate. Time for us to vote, depending on how impressed we were by their performances. Once again, remember, it's not your personal opinion, okay? We'll go to Facebook, Nigeria Info 993. You can continue to vote there. We'll go to Twitter, Nigeria Info FM. You can continue to vote there. But before we go to social media, we will quickly vote via the phones and the panel, and then we will let you know how the outcome goes on social media. So we'll let the social media voting continue to run. Nigeria Info 993 on Facebook page, and of course Nigeria Info FM on Twitter. So let's go straight to the phone lines. Buchi, what do we have? Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, sir.
How are you doing? You had the debate.
Yeah, I had.
Okay, let's meet you first, and then how would you vote?
All right, my name is Levinus, calling you from Ikoyi.
Welcome.
All right, sir. I will go for Eno. The reason why I'm going for Eno is because of her way of approach, the way she approached the national team issue. For example, something she said there, it is the grassroots of football. And honestly, it's like the grassroots of football. If you watch it very closely, some of the club footballs, what they are after of is buying qualities. And before you get qualities, you must start from somewhere now.
All right. Thank you very much. We're pressed for time, but we really, really like the fact that you fully had the grasp of why you were making that decision. Hi there.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome, my brother. You are second of 5 voters, potentially. Welcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And concerning the debate, surely me, I will go for the club football, but the way the lady, as in, this is one of the best debaters I've ever heard. The way she composed herself, even the guy was shouting, but I was trying hard to hear what she was saying. So I'm really impressed. As I'm clapping for her here.
Okay.
She really did well. So she has my vote.
Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Third vote. Hi there. Good evening to you.
Hello, Mr. Femi.
Welcome, brother. Talk to us.
This is Anete calling from Bariga.
Anete in Abasi.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going for that. My sister there. He's making a good point. For him to mention Sunday back.
That one clinched it for you.
My brother. I even forget about that kind of man.
Yes, she's evil. She dropped that.
They have my vote.
She dropped that bomb at the last second.
It's not a small bomb.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay. So that ends the call votes. Somebody only needed to take 3. We have 3. So let's come to the panel. Meanwhile, continue to vote on social media, online. On Twitter, it's Nigeria Info FM, at Nigeria Info FM. You will see them, Uche and Eno. On Facebook, the page is Nigeria Info 993. So let's start. Who wants to go first?
For me, I think I will go first.
Okay.
Can I go first?
I beg me to go first. I want to go first.
We have a debate over that.
I want to go first. I want to go first because I love the topic. Okay. I think for me, this kind of topic is when you get to test people.
Yep.
It's very important. It's like trying to separate the difference between ogbono soup and okra soup. Because both of them they draw at the end of the day. It depends on your selection. Or maybe trying to separate pap and ogi, not the same thing. But trying to like argue about it. I'm a foodie, I love food. You don't say that big. But I love the topic and I love the delivery. Like that caller said, I think it's one of the best arguments because both people came in with what they have. I think Eno came in with a different vibe today. She was actually very, very calm and pointing her points. I like Uche, you're my man, energy. I love it. But let me start with Eno introduction. She mentioned unification, which is very, very important. I think that's what club football country national team brings. All clubs, like when Nigeria play, we forget if we support Arsenal, Chelsea, or the rest. Everybody come together to support one goal. Unification. She mentioned that point. I love that point. I think for Uche, I didn't really get your intro right there. And one thing I observe about Uche again, you were reading. I'll go back to one other point. What was that game, Messi? She was reading. I want her. It depends on your opponent. When you read at times, if you face an opponent that really wasn't really grabbing, you get the point. When you read too much for an opponent that knows everything, it's crazy. And I think she countered everything you say when you were reading. You didn't really make your point. You were just like, all these school now, all these lecturers, how they read. They're not really explain it. And I think that worked against you. I think you would have made the point proper. And it was calm, was very, very calm. And she never didn't really try to like elaborate too much. She just went in and made a point, which I like. And it spoke about earning money, and she countered it. And she said, not all players playing club football earn good money. Not all at all earn good money. What about the smaller ones? Like if you call like 100, and like 20 or 40, they earn good money. That's the simple truth. The rest really don't get that big money. When you play, your country to pay their players. If go check money in Nigeria, they pay their players. You go run. If you use and buy like 10 house or Budo, so it's crazy. So I think I like the point. I think both of them came in with different energy. I like Uche, I like Eno, but for this argument, I think Eno was different. She was calm. I think calmness does it, and she was making points, and she was mentioning players. How you go to know? Pele made his name with Brazil, though it was good. Maradona was good in Napoli and the rest, but he made his name with Argentina. Mentioned Rashidi here. Can you remember that goal? And most importantly,
not many people remember Victoria Setúbal,
as in
where he had played.
Sunday Umba scored 2 good goals for us that final. But we're in day now again. Nobody know him again. So she mentioned players. She defended the party. She was telling you something. I'm not here to argue about this. I'm here to give you points about why I believe national team is preferable to club team. So for me, in every way, I think Eno gets this with the heart, the body, and the soul. She came in different and good. And also, I think she was arguing from a point where she was kind of disadvantaged, and she did well today. So I think I like that.
All right, Sarafi.
First of all, kudos to the Gladiators. When I listened to Ovo, I had to say this. Ovo, well done, because you are just I would say your energy level is like that of Buchi.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, me. Compare body to me.
When Buchi talks, you understand the energy level I'm talking about. Now, as regards this argument, I will have to pitch my tent with Eno. First of all, why she said something. She talked about Sunday Mba. I, for one, I'm one person that I don't love national team football. I prefer club football because of the excitement and the entertainment.
Yep.
But Eno made me have a rethink about that, because she mentioned Sunday Mba. The last Nations Cup we won. I remember I was in Asaba.
Yep.
Yes, that Nations Cup. It was all thanks to Sunday Mba. And until now, I have not heard anything about Sunday Mba. anymore since then. But it will go down in history that at some point
he actually scored the winning goal.
Yes,
the winning goal.
Apart from the 2 he scored in one other game.
So you would understand when Eno made that example. I just had to go back to
I
that.
think it was also his goal that killed Cote d'Ivoire.
Yes, he scored in semis.
Then also Eno pointed out something. She talked about unity. She also talked about when Ovo made mention of money, that the club football is all about money. They give you the money to take care of your family. That national teams don't give money the way the club football gives money. And I had to counter him, and I said, not everybody earn big money in their various clubs, and which is true actually. Aside the big boys, there are some people that just earn small thing.
Yeah.
There
are actually players in the country who are constantly hungry.
Okay, now, and she also talked about the women's league, how national team has actually helped to help build the women's league. Also, one thing I'll just have to chip in as much as my vote is going to Eno, is when you talk about national team, you talk about continuity. Because you know that before this set of players gets old and they are no longer in the picture, we get to see young players coming up that can actually take the baton from such
don't do that.
That's why I don't know how to speak that English. So you would understand why I have to pitch with Eno on this one, because she blew me away.
Okay, thank you. Samuel.
Yeah, great.
Do I sense a dissent?
No, definitely not. But great battle between these two. I think it was. I don't think it was disadvantage to anybody, like Buchi mentioned. It was finally down the middle. I think there's a very large majority that will go with the national team. I, for one, I will always go with the national team football because. Can I? See the bully I was talking about. And Elo said, sorry, my apologies. Eno really did expatiate on that when she spoke about the fact that we don't see the World Cup every year. When it comes, we're always excited about it. It's that feel-good factor is always there about the World Cup. I think we mentioned it. Uche and Serafina has mentioned it. You would have argued better if you had toned down the voice a bit. I thought at some point it became too aggressive. He was shouting. I think it's a natural.
It's his voice. It's his voice.
I had to tone down his microphone.
So I think you would have gotten his points better if he toned it down. And credit to Eno, despite that, you see, I think other contestants would have raised it and gone that same level. Yeah. But she just kept it cool, and that really was a huge point for me. She just kept on asking the questions. You say you've done this, how about this? And then the female angle, like Serafina mentioned as well. I mean, we don't get to see too much female football in terms of club, but the last World Cup and the FIFA Women's World Cup, we all loved it. It was great, and that's only what national team brings. So I think in terms of presentation for this argument and even outside this argument, I've seen Eno 1 or 2 times, and she's always brought that to the game. Composure, presentation, everything is always top notch, and she did it again today. So I will stick with her.
All right.
Great battle from Uche as well.
Okay. So let's quickly go to social media, Facebook and Twitter. We're trying to pack this thing up quickly.
Let's start from, I think the votes are in already on Twitter. So let's start there. If you help with the listing, do Facebook sharp. So let's start. Let's take some comments on Twitter. This one is coming from Quantum Leap. He says, undoubtedly, club football in recent years has become the backbone of the national team. Innovato, just to tell a story. Fabian Ma says, I think Eno got a hard pick, but she marshaled her way through the argument. Her voice is perfect for radio presentation. Her cohesion was superb. Uche was good. Well, 50-50, but this one said no votes. Don't they tell a story. Jimmy Forty says, good evening, I give it to Eno. King of Ijebuland says, Eno is making sense. Every man says, even Mane says he was changed his Champions League for the Nations Cup. Exactly. True. Champions League is the biggest for club, while Nations Cup is like the side chick to the World Cup. Moses Johnson says, Uche should have killed it given the topic. Boy, he did not. I give it to Eno. She was more calm. Kunle Shikiri says, their points haven't been clearly put across. A little bit rowdy. Adeko, the name is too long, says, thank you so much. Eno has spoken well. She has more points than Uche. Harrison, wake up money. Uche has my votes because he impressed me more. Okay. For him to the final votes after 102 votes. Uche takes Twitter. 62% of the votes, while Eno on 36% on the vote on Twitter. Right now, Omo, crazy man, Femi. This is the first time ever on Facebook. See, well, let me take some comment first. Wisdom says, Eno all the way. Emeka Ulo says both of them have good battle. Eno countered well. She made good points. Akim says one game I'll give it to Eno. Ebele Patrick said Eno got my votes. David says Eno. Chuko Emeka said Eno. Enikola said Uche. Ajimboye Olakunle says Eno all the way. And one more. Ajuwan Julian says Eno. For the first time ever I've been here. For the first time ever on Facebook, one person gets all the votes. Just one person. On Facebook, Eno get Facebook comfortably. 100% of the votes on Facebook. 100%. I think it's the first time it's happening, Femi. This is the first time it's happening. So on Facebook, she gets 100%. La boss my speakers.
All right.
Chineke.
So, well, there's not much to say further, but to say congratulations to Eno. You'd pick your next pairing, your next date, and who you will go up against. We try and make it as fair and open as possible.
Okay, I chose Tuesday 27th.
Tuesday 27th.
Of August.
That's Tuesday after the next one.
Yeah.
That means you are not going to come here during Salah. Good for you. Tuesday 27th. What number?
1.
That's number 1. Yeah. So, Eno, you will be the first battle of the day. You will be the first contestant on the day. You will go up against whoever is number 4 on that day. So, congratulations. Uche, my brother. You didn't go to plan today, huh? Yeah. But you are still in it. Okay, you're still in with a chance. We'll wait for the second battle. Let's see how it goes. Thank you very much. Keep your positions. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it will be time for battle number 2. Stick around.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.